I like hamburgers, but tacos are even better. Hamburgers and tacos are similar because they both contain meat. Hamburgers are served on a bun while a taco is served in a taco shell. Hamburgers can be cooked rare, but taco meat is usually well done. Note these words: but, similar, while, and however. These are just a few of the key words that express comparison or contrast of two or more objects. Being able to recognize these keywords is helpful in understanding compare and contrast. And it doesn't matter what grade you are in school, you will always hear teachers talking about compare and contrast. And we do it throughout our life. If you were buying a car, you might compare and contrast two different models, such as, should I buy the Mustang or should I buy the Corvette, for example. When we go out to eat, we use this skill all the time. Should I have the steak or chicken? We need to be able to recognize compare and contrast in order to provide evidence to our beliefs. Earlier in our reading strategy series, we talked about facts, opinions, and details, and using what we know, such as facts, which are true beliefs, and adding evidence, we can then prove our argument. An example of how I would use compare and contrast with facts could result in a statement such as this: the recent case of food poisoning at Joe's restaurant appears to be a result of serving undercooked hamburgers and not tacos. A reporter who makes this statement is telling you that he or she compared the way hamburgers and tacos were cooked and made a statement using a fact. And in this case, undercooked meat, which is known to allow some bacteria to live, and these bacteria cause illness. Many times when teachers begin to have their students work on a comparison and contrast assignment, they encourage students to use a Venn diagram. You know, the graphic organizers with these two interconnected circles with that center area, you know. However, I'd like to introduce you to a new graphic organizer, the 3-column T-chart. Now, the T-chart still uses the left and right sides for these two items that are being compared or contrasted, but now here is a middle column, which could be labeled features or concepts that you want to study and analyze. And if we place hamburgers in the left column and tacos in the right column, our features could be the types of meat used, condiments, toppings, toppings for items like cheese, lettuce, and tomato, and ways that we serve hamburgers and tacos. Now, going beyond this reading strategy, you have now deployed an outline if you were to write about these two delicious items. And that is why it is so important to recognize these key words. They signal compare and contrast. Not only will it improve your reading skills and provide you with a better understanding of what the author is saying, it will also help you become a better writer as well. And this helps you to work smarter, not harder. For more information, graphic organizers like the new T-chart and a listing of compare and contrast keywords and transcripts of this and other reading strategies, just head over to mywirelessclassroom.us/daily-read. Until next time we meet, I leave you with the most famous comparison and contrast lines in literature, penned by the bard himself.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them, to die, to sleep no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes? When he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus, the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pitch and moment, with this regard, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action.